If you are above the age of 60, this video may transform your existence. Issues related to the prostate are increasingly prevalent among older men, and many are unaware of what occurs on a daily basis. These habits are exacerbating the situation. If one may observe an increase in the frequency of urination difficulties initiating or concluding your stream, or even rousing from slumber to relieve oneself, the prostate may be undergoing silent enlargement. However, let us consider the facts. It is not solely about the process of growing older. It pertains to your current endeavors, each and every day. As a scholar, I have observed individuals in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s lead their lives achieving a state of well-being and vitality through simple modifications, limited practices. However, I have also observed others experience difficulties due to their disregard for these warning signs flags. In this presentation, I will disclose 10 daily practices that can gradually, quietly enhance your prostate. Furthermore, the foremost habit poses the greatest risk of all. This is not intended to instill fear in you. It involves equipping you with the appropriate resources and expertise to safeguard your well-being. Ultimately, you will grasp the methods to cease natural and safe prostate growth. Therefore, I encourage you to view this in its entirety and kindly disseminate this information to individuals who may find it beneficial. This information is crucial for understanding the topic at hand. Let us proceed with the countdown of the 10 habits that could be contributing to the enlargement of your prostate at this moment without your involvement understanding it. Habit 10. Neglecting hydration and maintaining a state of dehydration. It is possible that you might not become aware of it, yet not consuming sufficient amounts. Water has the potential to subtly influence your prostate health. Older adults frequently decrease their consumption of fluids to minimize visits to the restroom, particularly at evening. However, this practice may lead to the urine becomes more concentrated, leading to irritation of the bladder and prostate throughout the years. The prostate is located directly beneath the bladder, and when the bladder experiences stress, it applies pressure to the prostate as well. Chronic dehydration results in inflammation, and it is a significant factor in the primary factors influencing prostate expansion. A considerable number of seniors additionally engage in pharmaceuticals that lead to fluid loss. Furthermore, should be noted that insufficient water intake can lead to various health issues, merely exacerbates the problem. A state of dehydration. The body has the capacity to accumulate toxins to a greater extent, effortlessly exerting additional pressure on the urinary tract. Throughout the years, this gradual injury may result in an increase in prostate size and recurrent urinary complications. The solution is straightforward. It is essential to maintain hydration by consuming water consistently throughout the day. In limited quantities, regardless of your feelings, I find myself in need of hydration. Strive for a clear or pale yellow hue. The presence of urine serves as an indicator of adequate hydration levels. Maintaining adequate hydration is essential for your soothing the bladder, alleviating pressure on the prostate, and aids in avoiding unnecessary edema. Do not shy away from water due to apprehension. Utilize it as an inherent barrier to provide assistance. Prostate well-being for the future. Practice 9 remaining seated for extended periods without motion. Your affection for your recliner is evident. However, excessive sitting may be detrimental to one's health. In the most unexpected places, your prostate. When one remains seated for extended periods, particularly in the absence of breaks, it imposes persistent pressure in the pelvic region. This pressure diminishes the circulation of blood to the lower region of the body, encompassing the prostate. As time progresses, that inadequate circulation results to inflammation and may play a role in prostate enlargement. Individuals in their final year who allocate excessive time, a considerable amount of time spent in a sedentary manner, such as viewing television, engaging in desk work, or perusing literature, are at a increased likelihood of urinary and prostate issues concerns. It is not merely a matter of evading rest. It pertains to frequent transitions rather than remaining in one place. Remain stagnant for an extended period. The pelvic floor. Muscles also experience a decline in strength when they are not actively engaged, rendering it more challenging to completely evacuate your bladder. This results in residual urine remaining in the bladder, additionally provoking the prostate. A straightforward practice such as rising every half hour and taking a brief stroll for a minute or two can significantly mitigate this risk. Engaging in gentle stretching, taking light walks, or perhaps a few measures taken throughout the residence can maintain the facilitate circulation and alleviate the tension. Do not allow a subdued way of living to foster a disruptive health issue in the future. A small amount, the current momentum, significantly contributes to ensuring your prostate remains calm, healthy, and functioning optimally with great fluidity. Excessive consumption of beverages. Caffeine. Numerous individuals in their later years take pleasure in their morning coffee or a cup of tea in the good afternoon. However, I find myself having consumed an excessive amount of caffeine. Throughout the day, one may experience irritation in their prostate and bladder. Caffeine is a substance that promotes the production of urine production and facilitates the functioning of your bladder more challenging. It may also lead to the muscles surrounding the bladder to exhibit increased contraction frequency, resulting in immediacies in spillage. In regard to an individual possessing heightened sensitivity or an increased size. Prostate. This additional pressure is an issue. However, the impact of caffeine does not. Cease your actions at that point. It additionally enhances muscle tension at the junction of the bladder, resulting in more challenging to completely empty. This results in an increased amount urine to stay in the bladder, placing an additional burden on the prostate. The increased inflammation leads to more frequent bathroom visits accompanied by increased discomfort. While an individual, a modest serving of coffee is typically adequate. Consuming several cups of robust coffee, black tea, or energy beverages throughout the day accumulates swiftly. The essential factor is balance. Consider transitioning to decaffeinated options or enjoy a cup of herbal tea and observe the effects. Should your urinary symptoms show improvement, minor adjustments of this nature can benefit your prostate, the respite it requires. It is not concerning relinquishing your preferred choices. The focus is on harmonizing pleasure with future aspirations, well-being, and ease. Habit 7. Nutrition: consuming spicy and processed foods on a daily basis. A multitude senior individuals appreciate food that is rich in flavor, yet spicy, and heavily processed foods may subtly stimulate your prostate. Fiery components such as chili, black pepper, and hot sauces may contribute to heightened inflammation throughout the entirety of your body, encompassing your prostate gland. While a rare, spicy meal is not hazardous, consuming them is quite safe. Frequent occurrences may result in irritation, particularly if your prostate is already expanded. Processed foods, conversely, are filled with preservatives, synthetic flavoring, sodium, and fats that are detrimental to health. These components do not promote your well-being. They quietly harm it. Excessive consumption of salt, for instance, enhances the retention of water and exerts additional strain on your urinary system. Snacks such as chips and preserved meats, frozen dinners, and fast food may also disturb the equilibrium of hormones, particularly testosterone, a hormone that has a direct impact on the prostate. As time progresses, a diet rich in these foods results in heightened inflammation, weight gain, and hormonal factors disparities, each of which presents a risk elements contributing to prostate enlargement. If your meals frequently originate from pre-packaged sources rather than new sources, your prostate might already be facing the consequences. Concentration: additional insights on natural anti-inflammatory foods such as leafy greens, berries, and nutritious options, lipids. A nutritious diet need not be uninteresting. It simply must safeguard your well-being, particularly regarding your prostate. Habit 6. Retaining your urine for an extended period. It is a common experience shared by many. Conducted in our urine due to our hectic schedules or overwhelming commitments distant from a lavatory. However, undertaking this can cause silent harm to your prostate. When one retains urine in there, holding the bladder for prolonged durations results in the bladder to expand and exert pressure. That additional stress compresses the prostate located directly beneath the bladder. As time progresses, this results in inflammation and enlargement of the prostate biological material. Individuals in their final year are particularly exposed due to the muscles regulating the functions of the bladder and prostate decline over time. Retaining urine may also result in incomplete emptying subsequently, which results in stagnant urine, an ideal setting for bacterial growth and inflammation. This may lead to infections that exacerbate the condition of the prostate and may lead to an enlargement of the gland. Negation. It is important to note that the discomfort may have an impact. The quality of your rest and emotional state. In order to safeguard pay attention to the signals your body is conveying regarding prostate health. It is advisable to avoid postponing visits to the restroom, particularly if one is seeking to enhance their sleep quality and alleviate nighttime urgency. The straightforward practice of attending promptly at the outset, the necessity may diminish over time. Challenges. Keep in mind your bladder and the prostate functions as a cohesive unit. If an individual is under when one experiences stress, it is often felt by others as well. Refrain from disregard the call of the natural world. It is among your optimal strategies. Habit 5. Smoking or inhaling. Environmental tobacco smoke. Smoking constitutes one of the most detrimental habits for your prostate, as well as the implications of being in proximity. The detrimental effects of secondhand smoke are well documented. The substances found in cigarettes diminish blood flow, elevate inflammation, and cause harm fragile structures encompassing those within the prostate. Smoking additionally elevates oxidative stress, which negatively impacts the capacity of the body to heal and regenerate. Exceeding. Over time, this may result in prostate, the process of inflammation, the phenomenon of enlargement, and even an increased likelihood of prostate cancer. In regard to, for older adults, the accumulation of damage occurs more rapidly. The greater the duration of exposure to smoke, the greater the cost to your prostate. Smoking additionally reduces the levels of crucial antioxidants present within your system, diminishing your inherent protection against issues related to the prostate. Even if one stopped smoking years ago, being in the presence of individuals who smoke on a regular basis can still have an impact on your well-being. If you continue to smoke, consider discussing it with your consulting a professional regarding methods to cease. There exist assistance resources, tobacco substitutes, and even holistic approaches that may provide assistance you navigate the transition with care. The advantages commence without delay. In a matter of weeks, circulation enhancement reduction of inflammation decreases, and your prostate may start restoration. If you have never smoked, consider maintaining that choice. A guideline to eliminate exposure entirely. This singular decision has the potential to extend years of improved prostate well-being and reduced urinary indicators. It is always timely to ensure protection. Your physical form. Habit 4. Bypassing regular health assessments. Numerous individuals refrain from seeking medical attention unless there seems to be an underlying issue. Yet this method poses significant risks, particularly for individuals over the age of 60. The prostate has the potential to enlarge without any noticeable symptoms. Initially presenting no discernible symptoms, consistent evaluations facilitate the identification of issues prematurely before they escalate into something significant. A straightforward examination can uncover indications of inflammation, infections, or neoplasms that may not be inducing discomfort at this time. In regard to, for instance, digital rectal examinations and prostate-specific antigen testing, assessments are unobtrusive, efficient, and frequently crucial for survival. Omitting these customary practices checks signify the loss of an opportunity to seize. Preliminary initiative. Certain individuals experience uneasy discussing urinary matters or prostate-related concerns. However, the earlier you express your thoughts, the greater the range of possibilities available to you. It is essential to address and resolve the issue at hand. Inherently, postponing screenings may permit small concerns that can develop into significant problems, such as urinary retention or issues related to the prostate infections. Consulting with your physician at a minimum annually convened to deliberate on prostate health extends beyond mere tranquility. It is an effective instrument for prevention. Furthermore, if something is identified early, there is no necessity for medications or surgical interventions. Merely implementing lifestyle modifications may suffice. Do not postpone action until the symptoms manifest intolerable. Proactive care represents the most intelligent practice that any individual beyond the age of 60 can adopt. Embrace particularly regarding your prostate health. Before we proceed, I would like to offer some valuable insights. A multitude of elders have begun utilizing the Senior A Health Tracking application designed for mobile devices to assist in tracking symptoms, daily fluid consumption, restroom practices, and additionally, notifications for medical appointments. What is the reason for this issue? Due to the fact that physicians are limited to assistance when there is reliable data available. Additionally, currently there is an increasing demand among seniors, superior tracking tools than previously available. However, there are only a limited number of applications specifically created for individuals aged 60 and above. This application addresses that gap, fills. It is complementary, trinary, to explore and can provide direction you on a daily basis. The link can be located in the description of the video. Ensure you take advantage of a device intended to assist with prostate health inherently. Habit 3. Excessive consumption of food. Red meat. Red meat may serve as a fundamental component in your dietary choices, yet consuming it on a daily basis might quietly enhance your prostate. Research demonstrate that a significant consumption of red meat, particularly processed meats such as bacon, processed meats such as sausages or deli cuts, are associated with elevated levels of inflammation within the body, including the prostate gland. The saturated lipids and compounds utilized in meat processing serves as a significant contributor. They may interfere with your hormonal equilibrium and elevate oxidative stress levels that irritate the prostate. In senior individuals, the process of digestion tends to decelerate, particularly with the consumption of red meat, requires a more extended period for processing. This lethargic the process of digestion exacerbates the issue, resulting into the increase in weight and the associated pressure in the area pelvic region. There is no requirement for you to become transitioning to a vegetarian diet. While gradually reducing meat consumption, limit red meat consumption to merely once or twice a week can significantly impact outcomes. Incorporate lean proteins such as fish legumes or grilled poultry, and make an effort an increased variety of plant-based dishes abundant in fiber, such as lentil stews or vegetable soups. These promote prostate well-being and enhance digestion as well. Your body will express gratitude, experiencing a reduction in symptoms, an increase in energy, and enhanced sustained prostate performance. One need not relinquish their passions. Simply approach it with greater intelligence. The prostate will perceive the distinction with each nutritious meal. Habit 2. Carrying excessive weight. Excess abdominal adiposity. As one matures, surplus excess weight around the abdominal area is not merely concerning one's outward presentation. This serves as a significant alert, indication of prostate issues. Abdominal adiposity generates inflammatory substances that permeate your entire being, encompassing your prostate gland. This persistent mild inflammation provokes the prostate, plays a role in its development, and elevates the likelihood of issues related to urination. Individuals with a more substantial waist measurement lines are more probable to possess an enlarged prostate, can lead to frequent nighttime urination, as well as challenges related to erectile function. Excess body fat can disrupt the equilibrium of hormones, particularly testosterone and estrogen, both of which play a significant role in influencing dimensions of the prostate. The resolution is not rigorous dietary restrictions. It pertains to a gradual and consistent approach. Enhancements. A brief daily stroll, decreased portion sizes, and reducing sugar intake can initiate the process of melting away that belly fat. Even a modest reduction in weight can result to significant improvement in urinary manifestations. And do not overlook the importance of the abdominal region. Excess weight exerts pressure on your bladder and pelvic organs, exacerbating the pressure on the prostate in question. Achieving a state of well-being, typically a waist size that is considered acceptable, is generally under 40 inches. One of the most strategic decisions for sustained success: prostate health. Do not overlook the significance of the weight concerning your midsection. It is not merely adipose tissue. This indicates that your body is experiencing stress. Reduce it, and you will experience the relief, not only in your trousers, but in your prostate as well. First habit: lack of management. Persistent tension. This is the most prevalent habit. Elders may overlook, yet it remains the most hazardous. Chronic stress operates quietly. Inflammation of the prostate. When one is perpetually uneasy, strained, or concerned, the body produces stress-related hormones, such as cortisol. As time progresses, these hormones result in inflammation, muscle tension, and hormonal imbalances that have a direct impact on the prostate in question. Stress constricts your pelvic muscles that may limit blood flow, circulate, and provoke the nerves in the vicinity, the prostate. It also diminishes immune function, complicating the process for your body to combat inflammation or infection. Older individuals frequently bear their stress in silence. Monetary challenges, domestic matters. Concerns regarding health accumulate over time. The outcome: increased urination, discomfort, and immediate concern, along with an enlarged prostate. However, here is the positive development. One has the ability to exert control. Fundamental practices such as engaging in deep reflection each day, engaging in mindful respiration, gentle physical activity, and flexibility, enhancing movements, and even 10 minutes of uninterrupted reflection. Each engaging in daily activities can effectively reduce your stress levels. Humor, interpersonal relationships, and rest are remedies for your mind and your prostate. Managing stress is not merely concerning the experience of well-being. The focus is on restoration and recovery, the human body from an internal perspective. This particular item adjustments can assist in reducing your symptoms and halt the natural progression of prostate growth. It is the most significant action you can undertake. Today we strive for a healthier, calmer, and more balanced existence, an enjoyable existence. At this point, you are aware of the 10 habits that subtly contribute to your prostate. The inquiry is, what will you? What should be the subsequent steps? These are not merely minor modifications. These are significant measures that have the potential to avoid prolonged periods of unease, restless nights, and superfluous medication. If one is beyond 60, it is imperative that we take action immediately. Do not delay for symptoms to deteriorate. Commence with modifying a single behavior this week. Consume increased hydration is essential. Consider increasing your walking distance slightly. Decline the request to that additional slice of bacon. Each results matter. Moreover, it is essential to make an effort to explore. The Senior Health Tracker application is connected. Below, it is among the most straightforward instruments to maintain consistency and exercise control. Your recovery is not instantaneous, however. With the appropriate practices and with dedication, your body can achieve remarkable things. Thank you for your attention, and kindly, if this video has been beneficial to you, please consider sharing it with others, your colleagues, peers, or anyone beyond who requires this at 60. You are not isolated in this academic journey, and with the appropriate knowledge is timeless. Age should never be a barrier to learning. Commence the process of healing. Ensure you look after the prostate is essential, and it will ensure your well-being.